And welcome to the Ixion Demo Episode 5. So, from what I understand, this is, I think, the third time that it's been available, so I played it first when the first demo came out in March. I believe it popped up again at some other point. And then now, this is August 7th, so again, this is like right at the very end. Right. I think that should be good. Yeah, so from what I understand, this is a slightly different demo that has like more features in it. I did end up joining the Ixion Discord because I really enjoyed what I'd played.
Launch control, we have typing clearance for shuttle launch. Initiate Stanford protocol.
Clean procedures, check. Guidance go.
EA algorithm online.
Batista safety protocol, check.
Launch control to EMB Charon. All systems are go.
Launch is imminent. Personnel are instructed to evacuate the launch pad.
Minus 30 seconds.
Defenders out.
Opening matches. 10, 9, 8, 7,
Ignition.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Lift off.
Launch sequence complete. EMB Charon heading for low Earth orbit. Transferring data to in-heaven. Oscar received.
Keep it followed.
Visualize approaching near Tycoon structure.
PPS Tycoon to EMV share. You have clearance for final approach.
Well, what is Tycoon? Because I know what Karen is.
EMV share. You have been assigned to Tycoon Docking Bay.
It's a French-Italian ultra-left anarchist philosophical journal.
Welcome on board, passengers. Shuttle EMV Charon is now docked. Sector 1 empowered and pressurized. Munchie decontamination protocol online. Disembarkation authorized. Message to crew members. Welcome on board the Tycoon, property of Dolus Aerospace Engineering Corporation. You will soon be given your assignments, but until then, please continue to wait near the docking bay. We hope you have a productive voyage, and would like to thank you for your contribution towards humanity's future. Administrator, I am Eden, the personal assistant installed on board the Tycoon. In accordance with the Munchie Protocol, I have been designed to take into consideration your complete psychological profile so that I may more accurately respond to any needs you may have. My primary purpose is to ensure the Tycoon's automated systems function efficiently. I will keep track of the tasks that are necessary for you to fulfill your prerogative of reaching Proxima Centauri and carrying out field research, mining operations, manufacturing protocols, and Dolos colonization tests.
Was Proxima Centauri mentioned before? I'm not 100% sure.
Administrator, I wanted to introduce you to your first tasks personally. I'm Dolos' cryonics lead, Marduk Council member Giovanni Battista.
So, let's see. Your first objective will be to begin setting up essential infrastructure aboard the Tycoon, meeting the environmental conditions that are required to support your crew. Having laid these foundations, you will then oversee the installation of the Vol engine and perform a short test jump to Proxima Centauri. Upon arrival, your research teams will carry out a brief survey of local space, gather a few rock and coal dust samples, fire up the colonization protocol, begin building the foundations for mankind's future, yada yada yada. And then, you'll come back. Now, in order to achieve this, you'll need to familiarize yourself with the Tycoon's core functions. It's no big deal. There's the production, stockpiling and distribution of resources, construction, balancing of power output with allocation. Oh, and space exploration, you know, setting out expeditions and all that. Basically, everything needed to establish scientific advancement and harmonious autonomy on board the Tycoon following the first test of its Vol engine. Eden's gonna display and keep track of your main objectives. Oh, and Administrator, don't let the position go to your head. Veneer has insisted to center Dolos' focus on the Tycoon. But this mission is just in preparation for our next project, the Protagoras. The Marduk Council worked damn hard to pull this mission together ahead of schedule.
It's never
So,
good.
toe the line, do as you're told, and bring the Tycoon back in one piece. Leave the grand gestures and saving of mankind from ecosystemic destruction to us, okay? One last word of advice. We don't all think like Veneer Dolos. As of yet, no human law has been officially established amongst the stars. That sounds like an opportunity knocking to me.
Okay. Yep. Interior, exterior, planetary. Interior, WASD. Up and down. Rotate. Holding the... Okay. Series, zooming in and out. Rotato. Planetary, pan, up and down, rotate. Buildings are the core elements of station, help to fill the crew's needs. They also transform, store, and transport the resources required for maintaining the Tycoon station. Buildings have to be constructed. Any building requires resources. All buildings cost a varying amount of alloys, and some can also cost electronics. Buildings require a certain amount of power to be active. You can activate and deactivate buildings to alter the current level of power consumption. Power available within the Tycoon station can be increased. If any building increases the required number of workers in the sector. Having enough workers to operate all active buildings is essential to maintain station safety. And deactivate buildings to alter how many workers are needed. Construction. Press that. Can be placed down as long as they do not overlap another building or road. Rotated with the R key. Building must be connected to the road. Maybe by having at least one of their entries overlapping a road tile. Still speed is by clicking the corresponding icon, accessible from the construction menu. The building will refund its alloy and electronics costs. The building is in place and the construction process begins. Stockpiles will send resource transporters and deliver the correct amount of alloys and electronics to the construction site. The working workshops will send a mech to assemble the building. The bigger the building, the longer it'll take to assemble. Each workshop can only construct one building at a time. Roads. Roads can be built and destroyed by clicking the corresponding icon, accessible from the construction menu. Workshops need to be linked to construction sites for workers' mechs to be able to reach them. Stockpiles need to be connected by roads to the intended site for transporters to be able to remove and drop off resources. And even though you only have one sector available to getting, the Tech-In Station is divided into 6 different sectors. These contain the constructible area of the station. Each sector is independent and separated by a gateway. It can be accessed by panning the camera left to right or by directly clicking on the mini-map located in the bottom left corner. Each sector has a constructible area of 1680 tiles. The resource bar at the top of the screen shows the resource amounts on the Tech-In. Tile numbers are the total resources in all sectors, and bottom numbers are the current sector's resources. There's a button in the left bar that toggles stockpile resource display. Each sector has a dedicated panel displaying information unique to the sector: available water, power consumption, population, works condition status, batteries, stability, which I don't necessarily see, but I mean, like by spending increased amounts of resources to gain entry. Just a little weird. I assume the reason why it's like that is probably like because if you've seen the trailer, you basically like either come back to Earth, it seems, I think, and like the ship is like really like fucked up. It's like 7% stability or something like that. So I assume like almost everything gets like horribly damaged. And Tech-In is looking in the bottom left corner of the screen, next to the sector information panels. By clicking on the sector, no battery charge is displayed on that. Sector is full, the batteries in the sector are completely charged. Stopped and... okay. Tutorial resources. Alloy is for buildings and Tech-In maintenance. Polymer is for spaceships and solar panels. John is used for advanced constructions. Food is used to feed the population. And spots used to gain crew members. Science points used to research new technologies. Iron can be converted into alloy. Carbon is polymer. Silicon is electronics. Hydrogen is power. Ice is water. Waste can be recycled into other resources. Resources need to be stored in stockpiles. Stockpiles can only store one type of resource at a time and have an upgradable maximum capacity. Stockpile cannot interact directly with another sector. Transfer resources from another sector to the resource management panel. I'm curious as to what the purpose of that is, though. Supply has been lent by Dolos to finish station facility construction. Click on the flashing diamond-shaped icon above the supply to collect its resources. Supply connected to the road by an active stockpile. Supplies the stockpiles to have a resource assigned to it. Supply is dedicated to transport vehicles starting at 5. Transfers and move resources from stockpiles. Stations requiring resources transporters cannot go to others. Intersectors can only tend to resource stuff. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, and this is a thing I think I need to learn more. In other games like this, specifically Anno, because that's what I'm playing right now the most. Well, not that I've played the game since, but you know, the little bit I've played, but maybe motion blur would be better. I'm not 100% sure. Because it's always one of those things where, like, a good amount of motion blur is fine. Well, yeah, but... yeah, most of these roads I'm gonna... Well, basically all these roads, except this part here, I'm gonna end up deleting.
Administrator, I have established a connection with Dolos's lead data scientist, Emma Klein.
Administrator, Mr. Dolos has made it abundantly clear when it comes to security. Given the importance of the Tycoon, we must have full control over what is happening inside the station. My name is Emma Klein, Dolos's lead data scientist and member of the Marduk Council. My department have just completed final synchronization between Eden and our data treatment tool, the DLS. The DLS, or Data Listening System, is capable of scanning, recording, and parsing exchanges of any kind. The DLS programming that is a part of Eden will filter all data collected and bring to your attention only the most relevant information. It will also provide you with a condensed overview of any situations that may arise and formulate potential future outcomes. It will permit you to give direct orders without having to go through additional unnecessary paperwork. Eden will then take care of everything via their DLS accreditation, as is often the case with tools produced by my department. I think you'll find that once you start using the DLS, you'll never be able to do without it. Oh, and before I let you go ahead and start writing history, Dr. Munchie, our lead medical expert, wanted me to bring to your attention a possible side effect of vol jumping. Whilst there is a correlation between prolonged space travel and the development of early onset dementia, He believes that a whole jump has the potential to accelerate this process, although this is yet to be proven. His recommendation is for you to immediately send any crew members that are exhibiting uncharacteristic or symptomatic behavior to an infirmary, as these facilities are equipped to treat the mind as well as the body. Remember that all of your actions and choices are being recorded by Eden. We are not affiliated with any national or even international organization. The only people that you are answerable to are those of us who sit on the Marduk Council, who represent the collective interests and ambitions of the company.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Magnifying glass icon represents a data listening system event. It's going to be excavation events on the planetary system map or crew requests from inside the Titan. So your crew requests inside the station will affect the crew's trust in your command. Your actions and response to crew requests will affect their trust in you. Be mindful that trying to offer nothing for the population and more damage should you fail in delivering your promises. Okay, so basically don't be like, hey, sure, I'll fix everything, and then don't fix anything. It's better to be like, hey, I'll try and fix as much as I can, but... I think crewmen currently no means of collecting food supplies from storage. Suggests impending crisis due to an influx of hungry crew. Civilian cans can read to predict the rise by 64.7%. The Alcon Social Ecosystem series direct that mess halls can be used to both ration and distribute food provisions in a stellar habitat settings. And to provide food to the crew will affirm your mission as a competent administrator. Carbon, okay. People need food to survive. In order to feed your population, you need to have mess halls in your sectors. Do not create food, but serve it to a set amount of crew per cycle. Transfer food to a mess hall can be served by the crew to the crew. Cells have limited temporary storage and will hold food for the current and next cycle. The illustrations expiration dates. So, to be stored in the stockpiles like all this resources. I think this only feeds... No, it's 500, okay.
Administrator, I have an incoming transmission from Marduk Council member Henry Bargeville.
Bonjour, Administrator. What a wonderful day to embrace our fate, don't you think? I'm Henri Bargeville, writer, philosopher, lobbyist, but most of all member of the Marduk Council. I have taken the liberty of personally arranging an exchange, out of courtesy with the Oceanabe, a ship in high orbit belonging to one of our commercial allies, the Ashtangites. Even though they are a small organization, the Ashtangites are important partners who share the same pragmatic, moralistic, and spiritual outlook as we do. The Oceanabe will provide us with a source of food while carrying out the Tycoon's initial testing. By making it the first exclusive trade partner of the Tycoon, we will demonstrate to our long-term allies that Dolos wishes for them to share in our successes. Please assign a cargo ship so that we can check the trade routines. Administrator, trust in genetic connectors. Self-similar space will reveal the pattern.
Alright, but that'll be it for this episode. This is Josie, and I'll introduce you.